Welcome to the Encouraging Word, a place for thoughtful conversation, reflective faith, and encouragement for the journey. I'm Pastor Eric. Wherever you're listening from, I'm glad you're here.
Good morning, beautiful people. This is Pastor Eric, Associate Pastor at Lyndhurst Baptist Church on the west side of Indianapolis, and Indiana State Chaplain for Broken Chains JC, and this is the Encouraging Word. We are continuing in our series, Blessed, Learning to Live the Life of the Kingdom. This week, we've been walking through the movement of honest grief. We've seen that mourning does have a place in the kingdom. We've learned to grieve without falling into despair. We've discovered the power of lament. And yesterday, we saw that God meets us with comfort, not by removing our pain, but through His presence. And so today we bring this movement to a close. Today's devotion is titled, Living with Tender Hearts. Our scripture for today comes from Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Honest grief does something within us. It changes the texture of our heart. When we allow ourselves to feel what is broken, when we bring that grief honestly before God, when we experience His presence in the middle of it, we do not come out the same. We become tender, not hardened, not closed off, not protected behind walls of indifference or cynicism, but open, responsive, alive. God promises to remove the heart of stone and give us a heart of flesh, a heart that feels, a heart that responds, a heart that is no longer numb. But there's a tension here because many of us have learned that tenderness can feel dangerous. If we feel too much, if we hear too deeply, if we stay open, we might get hurt again. And so we protect ourselves. We harden. We withdraw. We build distance within ourselves and between ourselves and the pain of the world. But the life of the kingdom moves in the opposite direction. It forms in us a heart that is both tender and anchored. Henry Nouwen wrote, compassion asks us to go where it hurts, to enter into places of pain and to share in brokenness. It's from his book, The Wounded Healer. That kind of life is not built on emotional strength alone. It is built on the comfort that we have received from God because we know that we are held, that we no longer have to protect ourselves from everything. We can remain open. We can care deeply. We can respond to others, not from a place of exhaustion, but from a place of grace. And a tender heart is not a weak heart. It is a heart that has been shaped by both grief and comfort. So today, my invitation to you is to remain open. Where are you being tempted to harden your heart? Where are you pulling back, protecting yourself, or choosing numbness instead of tenderness? Bring that to God. You don't have to force yourself to feel more. Just ask Him to keep your heart soft, because the goal is not to avoid pain, but to become the kind of person who can remain open to God and to others, even in the midst of it. Receive this blessing. May God continue to soften your heart with His grace. May your life be marked by a tenderness that reflects His compassion, and may you discover the strength that comes from a heart that remains open in His presence. Grace and peace to you beautiful people.
Thanks for sharing this time with me. I hope these words have given you space to breathe and something steady to carry with you into the rest of your day. Until next time, grace and peace.